Hey guys, Ryan here from Caffeine Hosting, and today I'm going to show you how to build an online store all about selling watches online. So whether you make your own watches, you retail watches, resell watches, or even if you private label watches, this is going to be perfect for you. So today we're going to get started with using WordPress. So WordPress is a content management system or a website builder. It's the most popular content management system out there on the internet, powers more websites than any other content management system. And because of that, there's heaps of third-party plugins and themes and all these developers making things to increase the features and functionality of WordPress. So you can really just about build any web kind of website you would like with WordPress itself. So what you'll need is a host. So that's what we do at Caffeine Hosting. We provide hosting. So what a host is, it's basically a server that's always connected to the internet that stores your website and makes it available so people can see it, essentially. So you'll need a domain name. So for example, Caffeine Hosting's domain name is caffeinehosting.com. We'll provide you with the hosting. You'll need to install WordPress. There is a full guide linked down below on how to set up all that. So basically the guide below will show you how to get to this point right here where we've got a fresh installation of WordPress ready to go. And then this guide will show you how to do the rest and basically set up your online store for selling watches. We will be using a plugin called WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is a plugin built by WordPress to give WordPress itself e-commerce functionality. By default, it doesn't have e-commerce functionality, so we just need to install WooCommerce. We'll be using the storefront theme. So the storefront theme, so a theme is structures the appearance of your website. There's so many different types of themes out there. We'll be using the one it's called Storefront. It's built by WooCommerce, free to use. So this is really, really cheap to get started. So we're about ready to go. So I've got a bunch of images that I've just downloaded. They're stock images, so you can you just replace them with your own images. I like using Pexels to find stock images. These are all royalty-free stock images that you can use in your website, and of course, you just use you can use these for like category images, header images, stuff like that, and then you just replace your product images with the one we're going to be using. I've got some filler text. I like using filler text for demo websites just because it kind of gives bit of, so you can see what the final product will look like, and you kind of got something to kind of frame where you would put your sales copy in and different stuff like that. I think we are about ready to go. So about ready to get started. I'm just going to hide the camera here. First thing we're going to do is log into the back end of our website. So the same, WordPress has the same login page for every website. So we're going to go to /wp-admin and click to enter. And a little bit of a side note, one of the offers I'm currently running, this is not something I'll be running forever, but I'm offering free, I'll just bring my camera back in for this. I'm offering free one-on-one consultations for Storefront. So if you are wanting to build a Storefront website, if you sign up with Caffeine Hosting, not only can you use the coupon code trial at checkout, if you purchase your domain name with us, you get your first month for 1 cent. You also get free one-on-one consultations where for an hour, we're going to sit down. We're going to basically do this for your website. We're going to build it up so you kind of get an understanding how it all works, answer any questions you might have, and get you up and running. Because that's one of the big things I've noticed with a lot of people getting started is they can spend forever trying to figure things out. So that's something I want to do is help you out, get started. All right, so we're going to put in our login details here. So these are the login details of what we use when we created and installed WordPress onto our host. Never use the username admin. If most people, when they try and hack into your website, they're going to use the most common username and password combinations out there to be able to get access. And admin, username, and the name of your website are some of the most common ones when get changed. So I'd change that, and then just use the password that you created. And this is going to take us to the dashboard of our WordPress website. Get rid of that. Perfect. First thing I like to do is I like to change the permalink structure of my website. So I'm going to go to settings, permalink. So default WordPress doesn't have the best permalink structure when you get started. So we're going to change that from day and name. So when you have your post, it's going to add the date that it was published. We're going to change that to post name, save changes. And just save that. And then I'm going to go to plugins, add new, and then we're going to, this is where we install WooCommerce. So plugins are additional, so stock WordPress is pretty bare. Like there's not much to do with it. So we add plugins that increase the features and functionality of WordPress. So I'm going to go ahead and click WooCommerce. and search for that here. Install now. And then it's going to take a little while to install and activate. But as I said, if you need help with this, if you go and use Caffeine Hosting, which is my hosting site, if you use that, I'm more than happy to jump on. We'll get on a call, just like this, and we're going to build out your website with you. Really, it's a done with you service. So we're going to help you basically get started. Trying, with your storefront. This is not something I can offer forever. This is just a kind of a it's maybe not something I can offer for everybody, so that's why I'm limiting it to people with storefront. But yeah, that's the idea. So if we're going to go, so this is going to take us through the startup wizard of WooCommerce and basically give us 90% of everything we need to get up and running with WooCommerce in terms of the settings. After this, we're going to then all we need to really do is shipping and payment gateway. So where's your store based? Let's go 1, 2, 3 example street, but of course you would just change this with the address that you're conducting business. Brisbane, 4,000. Perfect. Continue. And we have, this is going to be fashion, apparel, accessories, because we're selling watches. Physical products, continue. Let's go. How many do I have? I think I've got what did I download? A lot of these are like cover photos and categories. Let's go 1 to 10. No, I'm not selling anywhere else. These are all going to add plugins. So Market on Facebook basically helps you integrate your Facebook retargeting pixel. So you could target your Facebook ads to people who maybe they added to cart but didn't check out. Maybe they've already purchased. Maybe they visited your website, didn't add anything to cart. They just kind of visited and you want to be able to retarget. So you can kind of create ads that target people that have taken different actions on your website. So I'm going to turn that off. MailChimp is one of the most popular email marketing software. So if someone's purchased from your website, you can kind of take the email and keep sending them newsletters and updates and different offers to kind of get people repurchasing. So I'm just going to turn that off for now. And that's Google Ads. And continue. Perfect. So here we can install Storefront. So Storefront's a theme we're going to be using. It's built by WooCommerce, so it's designed to work and integrate perfectly with WooCommerce itself. You can use most themes; they will work. It's just that this one's like built specifically for it. Some don't have the best integrations, so I just like going with something like this. Just click it once. I've broken sites by clicking buttons multiple times, so just ignore that. I never installed Jetpack. I've just found it slowed down the website substantially, so not something I really do, to be honest. But it's worth experimenting yourself. Perfect. We are all done. Continue. From here, we're going to set up our shipping. So I'm going to go settings and shipping. You can also restrict what countries you ship to. So if you go back to the general tab, so you can either choose to sell to all countries or you can go sell to specific countries. So let's say you only want to ship to Australia. So I'm just going to ship to Australia, for instance, and the shipping countries. Australia. Perfect. Default. Perfect. Yeah, and then save changes. So shipping the free version of WooCommerce, there are paid extensions. So how WooCommerce works is free to use, and it gives you some functionality. And then there are additional things that you can pay for to increase the functionality of WooCommerce itself. One of the biggest drawbacks of the free version of WooCommerce is shipping. It's kind of like per product based shipping, not per weight. We can emulate weight-based shipping to the best of our abilities, but it can be a bit restrictive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a couple of different shipping methods. So I'm going to assume my business is located in Brisbane. I want to offer one set of shipping rate for people who live in Brisbane and also offer local pickup. And I also want to offer a different shipping rate for people outside of Brisbane who might pay a little bit higher for shipping. So I'm going to go with Brisbane first, limit specific zip codes, 4,000. So that's the first Brisbane postcode. And I think it's 4180 is the last Brisbane one. After that, it's Moreton Bay, I believe. Could be wrong. All right, add shipping method. So first thing I'm going to do is add local pickup. Oh no, sorry. So you got three options. You can add local pickup. I'm just going to put the camera away for now. Local pickup, you can edit that. You can change the name of it. You can even charge for local pickup. I highly recommend not. Most people just offer it for free. And then add shipping method, flat rate. Perfect. You can even add something like express shipping if you wanted to. So I'm going to add 2. So to do that, you'd add 2 in. So I'm going to go, I'll do the express first. Let's call this express shipping. And for this, I want to offer, let's say for express shipping, I want to go $5 per watch and then an additional $3 for every additional watch within Brisbane. So that would be 2 plus brackets 3 times square bracket QTY close square bracket close bracket. So here we are. So it's 3 times the amount of watches in the cart plus 2. So it's 3. If you have one watch, it's 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. And then for each additional watch, it's going to add an extra $3. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So for each additional watch, it's going to add an additional $3 onto our cart. And I'm just going to copy this for now to make everything else quicker. Save change. Perfect. Standard shipping. I'm going to make this a little bit cheaper. Let's go $4 and $2. So $4 and then $2 for each additional one. Perfect. Saved. And let's go back to shipping zones. Actually, what I did forget to do, my apologies. So that makes, so anytime someone puts this postcodes between this range, so it's 4000 ... 4180. So anytime anyone puts a shipping postcode between these two, that's going to offer them this set of shipping rate. But I want to go Queensland. So anytime someone puts in that state, these postcodes, they're going to get offered these shipping rates. So go back. And then we're going to add one for the rest of Australia. So for the rest of Australia, I don't want to offer local pickup. So let's say even you wanted to offer one shipping rate for everyone regardless. You could create one for Brisbane, one for Australia, and then in the Brisbane one, you could have them the same shipping rates, but you could offer local pickup because you don't want to offer people, let's say someone in Melbourne or someone in Sydney, local pickup because it's a 10-hour drive away, and that's not something you want to offer. Let's go Australia. Let's go Australia. To everyone in Australia, no postcodes. So let's offer 2 flat rates and nothing else. Perfect. So flat rate. I'm going to call this one express shipping. For this, I'm going to go $6 plus $3 for every additional item. And then standard shipping. And I'm just going to go with this default price here. Perfect. And we have done. We have set the prices. We've set everything up. One troubleshooting thing that I would recommend. The way I think this works is that that WooCommerce will go sequentially down the list. So you might have a few of these places. You might have like a Brisbane one, a Queensland one, an Australia one, and an international one, for instance. Or, if you're in America, it might be Manhattan, New York, America, and international, because you might want to offer shipping methods for each different state because you might have different prices. The way I think it works is it goes down sequentially down the list. So if Australia was above, if they put the shipping method as Australia, it's going to go to the first one and go, bink, okay, assign them the shipping method of Australia. So you might have done this, but if it's out of order, even if they put even if they say they're in the postcode range, because they're technically within Australia and Australia is higher on the list, it's going to assign them that role first. So make sure you've got the smallest location up top, and then it'll automatically assign them the shipping methods as they go down. So that's something that you might have to consider. We're going to go into payments. So this is where we can set up how we're going to accept payments on our store. So I'm going to go PayPal. We'll enable a PayPal setup. So to accept payments, all you need is your PayPal email, which is in there. That's all ready to go. The only thing you might want to consider is having your API details. So what the API details are going to do is it's going to let you process refunds from within your WordPress dashboard. So what you might find is that if you don't have your API details, what you have to do is log into your PayPal account and process the refund from there. But if you've got your live API details, you can click a button and that's going to refund it from your PayPal account automatically through WooCommerce. So to begin with, probably not a big deal, but as you start growing and scaling, it's going to be much more convenient to be able to do it from WooCommerce itself. So that we have all set up, I'm going to now get on to the next step. So we're going to create 2 pages, a home page and a blog page. So I'm going to pull up 2 pages and I'm going to call the first one. You don't need to create a blog page. That's completely up to you. It's just something I like. Homepage, publish. Oh, wait. I want to go back. Page attributes, homepage, page attribute, full width. You can give it the homepage template. So the homepage template, all you need to do is add a featured image, which is going to be the hero image. It's like a big banner image at the top, and it's going to autofill a bunch of widgets. I like to go full width because I like control over what's on my homepage, but that's completely up to you. This takes a little bit longer, but I feel it's much better. And then publish. And then same with the blog page, page attributes, full width, blog, publish, and publish. Perfect. All right, so now we've created the 2 pages, a home page and a blog page. I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't need this one anymore. Now we've created the 2 pages. We need to assign them the roles of the blog page and the home page. By default, WordPress isn't going to recognize those 2 pages as the blog page and the home page. So we need to tell WordPress to assign them the roles. So we're going to go customize, and it's going to bring up the sidebar. We're going to come back to this later. So I'm going to go homepage settings, a static page, homepage as the homepage, and the post page as the blog page. Now we've told WordPress that the homepage is the homepage, and the blog page, the post page is the blog page. And then click exit. All right. So now what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start adding some products in, and then I'm going to customize the homepage, just so we've got some products on the homepage. So to add some products, you go new, add product. And then from here, we can, I'm just going to add some products so I can add a product image so I can see it. All right. So let's go with this one. I'm going to add this watch in. All right. So I'm going to create a category. This is going to be in the men's category and add category. Perfect. So we've got a first category up and running. We're going to call men's. Watches always have funky names on their products, so you can call them whatever you want. I'm going to call this Adventurer. All right, now here's when I'm going to put in my filler text, but of course you would just put your own sales copy in place. All right, perfect. Then I'm going to come down. So we have a few options. We've got simple product, group product, external product. So if you wanted to link out to someone else's website, and a variable product. Variable products are great for, let's say you have t-shirts and you want to have like a small, medium, and large. Maybe you have watches with different face size, like colors. So you've got a orange one, a red one, and a blue one, and you want to offer different products. You can do variable products. Group products are great for like customizing things. So you can create a group of simple products and then you can add them from cart from there. We're going to stick with simple products, and I'm going to price this. Let's call this $90. But I'm going to have it on sale for $78. Inventory, you can manage the stock. So if you can just have it as in stock. I like to manage the inventory. So I'm going to go, I have 14 of these watches. And you can also get notifications when you are low on that stock. So I'm going to get a notification. It's going to send me an email when it gets 4 remaining to order some more in. If you only want to have if you want only people to be able to buy one at a time, you can enable it so it can only, so they can't adjust the quantity. Let's go shipping. You don't need to add a shipping class because that's already going to be by default. Linked products, upsells, attributes, that's all good. Perfect. And publish. Perfect. And we can now start going through and adding some more products in. Product. So we're just going to start filling out some of these products. Product image, upload file. Let's go with this one. We're going to add this to women's. I'm going to call this one ladies gold watch. As you can tell, I'm not someone who's very good at naming watches, so if you're hoping for a great tutorial on how to name watches, this is not the place to be. I'm going to price this at $100. I'm going to put it on special for $89. Inventory, just going to leave that for now. Perfect. Publish. We're just going to start adding in some products. Add new. Perfect. All right. I'm going to add a collector's box. Let's go with extras. Add categories. Collector's box. Super convincing sales copy. Super convincing sales copy. I'm going to charge this at $250. Publish. Add new. So we're just building out the box, building out the product base now. I know this is a little bit dry, but I just wanted to have a few products on there just so you can kind of see what the finished product can look like. Let's go. Let's call this one the Classy. Super convincing sales copy. Super convincing sales copy. I'm going to charge this at $398. Men's. Publish. And as we can start building out the products, let's have a look. Let's go with upload. And as I said before, if you need help setting this whole thing up, just purchase your hosting through Caffeine Hosting, and you are eligible for a 1-hour consultation where we're going to go through this whole thing. We're going to build you your storefront website. Elegant. And yeah, really with the goal of helping you kind of understand how to actually build it, how it all works. Yeah, that's completely available for you for free. Women's. Publish. Perfect. Keep adding products. Let's go with couple more. Women's call this the style. Style. These are all very arbitrary prices. 99. And yeah, you just replace all these product images I've just gotten off a stock image website, Pexels, but of course you would just replace these with your own product images. Add a couple more. Let's add one more men's and we'll be done. Men's. I like that one. Let's call this rugged. Probably this is at 250, 240, or 140, whatever. Publish. All right, so I think we've got enough product images now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building out this homepage. So what we're going to do is what a lot of websites do is I have this big like cover banner that you have when you first visit the website. So I'm going to go cover. So we're going to add a cover block. So the way that the WordPress builder works is that you've got a bunch of blocks that you can build out. So let's go and add a nice cover image. Let's go this one here. Upload the image, and I'm going to assign this a full width and go Ryan's watches to heading. Let's go block color settings. Center. All right. We can do. Actually, let's just keep it at that. Let's just keep it nice and minimal. One really cool thing you can do as well is create like a parallax effect. So if you go fix the background settings, you can kind of create that nice, cool scrolling image. If I update this and go preview, that should be white. Perfect. So let's double check this. Why is that not white? Update. There we go. White image, and you can see we've got that nice scrolling background there. One thing I could recommend as well is just increasing the size of this header image as well. So the way we can do that is I'm going to go click enter, create a new block. So we're going to go and I'm going to go spacer. So I'm going to create like a nice spacer. I'm just going to take this one above. So you can kind of reassign how these are all spaced. So I'm going to go and put this at, let's try 200. And do the same below. Add another spacer in there. At 200. Update. Perfect. You can increase the size of this as well. Make that a bit bigger. Perfect. Update. And there we have got a nice big image, nice big background image with some text on it, and a nice scrolling effect. Perfect. So now we can start adding in some content behind it, a bit below it. So let's go with categories. I'm going to put this as heading, and let's go and center this. Perfect. So to add the categories in there, we're going to go with the short code. I'm going to go square bracket product underscore categories columns equals 3 square bracket. Perfect. So you can find, if you go and search up WooCommerce shortcodes, you can find there's a page dedicated to all the product shortcodes that you have available to you. So this is gonna bring out all the product categories that I have and display them on the page. And I've got 3 of them. So by default, there's going to be 4 columns. So if I want to specify 3, so that's going to reduce the amount of columns. So I'm going to just update. And let's have a look at this. So here we are. We have all the 3 categories, the extras, the men's, and the women's. Got the categories there, but because I've set it as 3 columns, it's made it so that it's spaced out for 3 products. But as you can see, the product categories have weird images on them. So what we're going to do is change the product category images, and so we can fix that up. So to do that, we're going to go to the dashboard. And then from the dashboard, we're going to go to product categories. Products, categories. And this is the page where we can change and adjust all the products. Perfect. We can also adjust the positioning of this. So if I go back to these pages, you can see it says extras, men's, women's, but I want to rearrange it because I don't want extras to be at the front. So I want to go and scroll that down. And of course, you just change the men's and the women's depending on what demographic is your biggest seller. So that should save that. All right. So what I'm going to do is edit this. So we're going to go to the men's first, add an image, upload file, and I'm going to add that one will do. Use image. Perfect. So I've got an image for my men's watch. And we're going to go back to the categories. And I'm going to add an image for my women's watch. Upload files. Let's go with this one. I've already got that one. Sorry, I've already got that one. We'll go with something different. That will do. Perfect. Use image. Update. Categories. And we'll do the extras. I'm just going to reuse the box image for that one. Perfect. Add image. Where are we? There. And update. And let's visit the site. Let's see how it's all looking. Perfect. We have a nice big cover image. Got our scrolling. And for some reason this is still out of order. I'll try and fix that. But as you can see here, at least it looks much more professional. We've got our extras, the men's and the women's. We've got the product images in there. We've got the images for the categories. Now what I want to do is I want to add some more content there. So let's go with let's put in some sales ones. Let's go heading. Let's center that. Perfect. I'm going to add in a WooCommerce widget. It's going to go with on sale products. So it's going to display all the sale products that we have. Perfect. We can increase the amount of columns that we have. So whether we want to have 4 on there. Let's go with We can change it. We can have the add to cart button. We can take away the product rating if we like, product price, product title, order by the newest. Which, whether we have the you can order by alphabetical order. If you start getting some sales, you can have it by have the most sales first. Perfect. All right, let's add in. Let's go with men's heading. We can center that. Products by category. Let's add in the men's. Perfect. We can add different columns if we like. So we can have. Oh, only got 3. Let's go with 3 then. Perfect. So this is you can do this a lot of the so by default, if you want the homepage template, it'll autofill a bunch of these. But I just like a lot more control of this with the way that it works. Women's. Let's change that to a heading. Line center. Products by category. Women's. Done. And update. Perfect. Let's refresh this. Here we go. And we have our really professional looking homepage. We've got a nice big banner image. We've got the categories, the different sale items. We've got men's watches, women's watches. We can even click into these categories and it's going to display all the products that we have. It's really starting to come together now. But that's the homepage. Now we're going to edit this header. So what I'm going to do is go to customize. And this is where we can adjust a lot of the settings. So first of all, we're going to go down in order, site identity, and we can change the name of the website. So I'm going to call this Ryan's Watches and give it the tagline, best watches on the internet. And that's going to change the text here. If you added a logo, it'll take this text away and add a logo in its place. And you can select a side icon, which is going to change this logo at the top corner here. Let's go back. We can add an image on this header here. You can even change the background color. So if you want it gray, if you want it bright red, for instance, you can change all that. You can change the colors of the text that you have. You can change the footer. You can change the background. So if you want, let's go with, if you could change it to a gray color if you like. I like to keep it white. Typography, if you want to change the text color. Link and accent color. The link and accent color is will work throughout the website. So I'm just going to change that. Let's say I'll demonstrate that as we go. But let's go to this kind of purpley color. But that kind of gets used throughout the website. So if I go here, I'll find some examples of that. If you're using the homepage template when you create a page, you can change the heading color on that and the text color here. I kind of want to create a video all about that. We can change the button colors as well. The layout, so that there's going to change the sidebar, whether you want the sidebar. All right, and menus. So now we're going to create a couple of menus. So I'm going to call this primary. I'm going to assign it the role of primary. So the primary is here. And we can start adding some items. So I'm going to add homepage, blog, and shop. Perfect. And I want to create a new menu. Let's call this secondary. So, and that's going to be up the top here. One thing you can do, because I like to add the my account button to the secondary menu. What you can do as well is add the my account to the primary menu, and you can change these to like social media links. So you can just do custom links and just add like different social media buttons up here as well. That's something you could do as well. Let's go with menu name for the handheld, and for the handheld, I like to consolidate all the links from the primary and the secondary. So let's go home, blog, shop, and my account. Perfect. And publish. There we go. That's all nice and clean now. We can change the widget. So by default, let's go into here. So by default, WordPress was originally built as a blogging website, and then over time, it's really improved and has a lot more features to it. But that means that by default, all the widgets that you're going to have are blogging specific. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these widgets because these are more for blogs. And we have an online store. Let's get rid of all of these. Perfect. Add a widget. So let's go with product categories. Let's go with, I want to get rid of hide empties. That gets rid of the categories, the empty category. Add widgets. Recently viewed products. That's always good. Perfect. Publish. All right. So we are about done there. All right. We are starting to look pretty good. A couple more changes that I like to do as well. I'm going to go into the dashboard. I like to edit the pages. So when you install WooCommerce, it's going to automatically create a bunch of pages for you. The cart, the checkout, the My Account, and the shop page. I don't like having sidebars on the cart, the checkout, and My Account page. So if I go into the View My Account, I don't like having the sidebars here. I think it clutters everything, and I want people to be focused on the actual page itself. So we can change that. We just need to go into Page Attributes, and we're going to go full width. And edit. Perfect. And if I refresh this, should be, oh no, it's the cart, sorry. Cart, check out My Account. There we go. My mistake. Let's edit all these now over here. Update. Perfect. And refresh. There, it's gotten rid of the sidebar, so we have a nice wide page. It looks more professional and much cleaner. Perfect. We have fixed that all up. And I think we have done. We have built an online store dedicated to selling watches. So let's go through and just make sure the shipping works. So I'm going to go through. Let's find a product. Let's go with the Rugged. Add to cart. We can check out. Oh, wait, no, we want to go to, we want to go to the cart, sorry. All right, so we have a couple of options here. We're going to change the address. So if I put in the postcode 4000, which is within Queensland, so that's going to be within the Brisbane city limits, so that's what we can qualify for with our shipping rules. So this is something you'd have to check with whoever fulfills your shipping. If you get in contact with them, they should be able to let you know what they consider to be the city limits for their shipping rules. So as you can see, we've got express shipping $5, standard shipping $4, and for every quantity I increase by it, so the express shipping added $3, and the standard shipping added $2, and this will just keep increasing from there. Let's go back to 0. And if I go and take the postcode outside of the Brisbane city limits, let's go 4200, it's taken away the local pickup, and it's increased the shipping because it's going to cost us more for shipping, and it increases depending on how many products we add. So there we have it. We have built an online store. I'll just bring my camera. Perfect. So we've done it. We've built an online store all about selling watches online. As I said, this is perfect for if you retail, if you make your own watches, you retail other watches, resell other watches, private label watches. This is going to be perfect for you. Yeah, if you need help at all building something just like this, you qualify for a free 1 hour consultation. This is not something I can offer forever. So this and spots are limited. So just make sure that you purchase soon. And yeah, I'll be able to go through this. We'll spend an hour one-on-one, and we're going to go through your store and help you get started. So if there's another product you'd like to see me build an entire online store around, make sure you comment down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.